So today's story is one of our favorite books by David Suzuki called The Tree Suitcase, illustrated by Yvonne Cathcart. See if I can get that in the frame. The whole thing in the frame. Here we go. Time to get ready to go back to the city, Peter, Grandma called across the yard. But I want to climb that big spruce tree again, says Peter. Sorry, Grandma replied, gathering up her gardening tools. Your mom will be here soon, but you could take the tree home. Peter rolled his eyes. Mom's car is bug-sized. I can barely fit my hockey stuff in. But Grandma continued. The first thing we'll need is a suitcase. A suitcase for a tree? Grandma laughed. Grab that old coffee can we were just using to water the garden. It'll be perfect. It's awfully small, said Peter. What can we pack in there? See that pile of magic soil? Asked Grandma, pointing to the bottom of the garden. Pack some of that. Peter kneeled beside the full can and sifted the soil with his fingers. Grandma, this is just dirt. Where's the magic? All dirt is magical. Aha, try telling that to my mom. Grandma smiled. Soil is magical because it's very, very old. As old as Miss Diaz, my first grade teacher? Much older. Billions of years ago, before anything lived on our planet, there was no soil, just rocks. There's all the rocks, see? So, where did the dirt come from? Alien dump trucks from Orion? Or maybe even another galaxy? Grandma laughed. No, that's not how it happened. Long ago, earthquakes and glaciers and volcanoes cracked the rocks and scattered them. Violent winds, downpours of rains, and bitter frosts helped break the rocks up too. Then rivers and streams washed bits of rock, gravel, and sand down from the mountains and hills right into my yard. Peter poked at the soil again. This isn't just ground up rocks. There are pieces of leaf and a weird bug, and look at this, half a dead worm. Right, said Grandma. Soil contains lots of stuff, plants and insects and other animals that have died, and all kinds of worms and other small animals live in it. Sounds crowded, said Peter. You got the hiccups? Nature doesn't waste anything, Grandma explained. Think about the potato peelings and onion skin we just put in the compost heap. When we spread the compost on the garden, those vegetables help make your tree grow big and healthy. Just like me. My mom says vegetables make me grow big and healthy too. What else shall I pack for the tree, Grandma? Here, take my teacup and mix about 3 cups of magic water from the rain barrel into the soil. Magic water? Peter asked. Yes, it's very old water. No, it's not. It's from yesterday's thunderstorm. It fell from the clouds yesterday, but the water is even older than the soil. Water on the ground and in the seas and rivers evaporate, and then, I know, then it forms clouds, then it rains, and then the sun comes out and the water evaporates again, and then it forms clouds again, and then, yes, all the way back to the time long before the dinosaurs. Cool, I'm drinking Brachiosaurus water. This water has been inside thousands of animals, Peter. And in flowers and weeds and vegetables and trees. Most of what animals have inside their skins is made up of water. Plants are mostly made up of water too. But how do plants drink water? They don't have mouths or tongues. Plants drink water through their roots. That's why we need to pack water in the tree's suitcase. Grandma, I think you're tricking me. All we have here is a coffee can full of mud. How are Mom and I going to get that tree to the city? Well, you're right. The tree isn't going anywhere. I knew it. I just knew it. I can't even trust my own grandmother. Grandma tried to look hurt, but she broke out laughing. Look under the tree, Peter. You'll find a present. Hooray, Christmas in July. Peter raced across the yard to the tree. Are you sure, Grandma? There's only a bunch of cones. Right, and they're the greatest magic of all. Bring one over here. Oh, Grandma, you think everything is magic. You remember the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, don't you? Of course. Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman, Peter roared. The magic cone holds magic seeds. If we planted one in our magic soil, it would grow into a gigantic tree, just like that one over there. I get it, Peter exclaimed. The seeds travel, the tree stays put. The cones shoot their seeds from the tops of the trees, millions of seeds each year. Birds and animals and rain carry the seeds far away. Peter, why are you blowing on your tree? Miss Diaz told us that plants need carbon dioxide that we breathe out, and in return they make oxygen that we need to live. So the tree and I are working together to make brand new air. Air isn't new, Peter. It's always the same oxygen and carbon dioxide. Oh, this is a good picture. Look at all the different animals in this one. You mean our air is the same stuff the dinosaurs breathed? And saber-toothed tigers and woolly mammoths and giant snakes and carrots? Wow, more magic. Can you guys pick any animals out of there? Do you see any different animals?
Yeah.
What do you see?
A dinosaur.
See a dinosaur? What else?
I see a bird.
Birds, yeah. Do you see the pig?
No.
There's a pig there on top of his red hat. And a fish and a butterfly. Lots. Okay, we'll finish the story. Hey, chill. Shh. Peter thought for a moment. What shall we feed my tree? Grandma smiled. The magic light of the sun. Plants eat sunlight? They catch the light in their green leaves or needles and change it into sugar, Grandma replied. Plants make their own food. So when I eat a salad, I'm eating the sunlight caught by the plant. All right, mighty Cosmo Ray boy. See his sunlight cape? Cosmo Ray boy. Peter studied the little seed in his hand. Grandma, when seeds are growing up, how do they know what they're going to be? They have built-in codes. Codes are secret messages, aren't they? Right, and the code tells the seed what to be when they grow up. So that's why those carrot seeds we planted this spring have become carrots, not watermelons. Peter looked puzzled. But how will I know which way to plant the seed? I wouldn't want our tree to grow upside down. The magic code from that tiny seed tells the roots to dig down into the ground to anchor the new plant, explained Grandma. And then it will send up shoots looking for the air and light that it needs to grow big and strong. Peter exclaimed, "My tree will be huge!" Grandma laughed. And one day you'll grow big and tall, just like the tree. You have a magic code inside your own body, too, said Grandma. That's how it knows to make you a boy and not a tree. Grandma, you're amazingly weird, said Peter, giving his grandma a big hug. Thanks for the tree, Suitcase. I'll plant the tree as soon as I get home. And then there's other information back at the end.